Welcome back to the Daily Threat, your trusted source for the latest in cybersecurity news and insights. Today's episode is packed with critical updates that every business should be aware of to safeguard their digital assets. We're diving into three major stories: the increasing risks associated with one-time passwords sent via text, a troubling vulnerability in Acronis cyber infrastructure due to default passwords, and a malicious PyPi package targeting macOS users. These stories highlight the evolving tactics of cyber attackers and the importance of staying vigilant and informed. Let's get into the details. Our first story comes from CNBC, discussing why you should avoid using one-time passwords, OTPs, sent via text. The reliance on OTPs for two-factor authentication, 2FA, has long been considered a security best practice. However, recent developments revealed that this method is increasingly vulnerable to sophisticated attacks. Cybercriminals have found ways to intercept these text messages through techniques such as SIM swapping, where they manipulate phone carriers to transfer a victim's phone number to a new SIM card under their control. Once they have access to the victim's phone number, they can receive the OTPs intended for the victim, effectively bypassing the 2FA security measure. Another method involves phishing schemes, where attackers trick users into providing their OTPs directly by creating fake login pages that mimic legitimate websites. These fake pages prompt the user to enter their OTP, which is then sent to the attacker in real time. The attackers can then use the OTP to gain access to the victim's accounts. These vulnerabilities pose significant risks to businesses, as attackers can gain unauthorized access to sensitive information, financial data, and critical systems, potentially leading to severe financial and reputational damage. To mitigate these risks, experts recommend using more secure forms of 2FA, such as authenticator apps or hardware tokens. Authenticator apps generate OTPs directly on the user's device, reducing the risk of interception. Hardware tokens, like YubiKeys, provide an additional layer of security by requiring physical possession of the token to complete the authentication process. Additionally, businesses should educate their employees about the dangers of phishing attacks and implement robust security awareness training programs. Our second story, reported by Bleeping Computer, highlights a severe vulnerability in Acronis cyber infrastructure due to the use of default passwords. Acronis, a leading provider of cybersecurity and data protection solutions, recently warned that cybercriminals are actively exploiting a default password in their infrastructure. This default password is hard-coded into certain systems, making it easy for attackers to gain unauthorized access. Once inside, attackers can manipulate backup and recovery processes, potentially causing significant data loss or corruption. The attackers gain entry by scanning for systems running the vulnerable Acronis software and attempting to log in using the default credentials. Once they have access, they can deploy malware, steal sensitive data, or even take control of the entire network. This type of attack is particularly dangerous because it targets backup systems, which are critical for disaster recovery and business continuity. If backups are compromised, organizations may find it challenging to recover from a cyber attack, leading to extended downtime and significant financial losses. To protect against this vulnerability, Acronis advises users to immediately change the default passwords on all systems and ensure that strong, unique passwords are used. Additionally, regular updates and patches should be applied to all software to protect against known vulnerabilities. Implementing network segmentation and access controls can also help limit the impact of a breach by restricting the movement of attackers within the network. Our final story, covered by the Hacker News, exposes a malicious PyPi package targeting macOS users. PyPi, the Python Package Index, is a popular repository for Python software libraries. However, it has become a prime target for cybercriminals looking to distribute malicious code. In this case, the malicious package was designed to steal sensitive information from macOS users, including passwords, tokens, and other credentials. The attackers used a technique called typo squatting, where they create packages with names similar to legitimate ones, hoping that users will accidentally install the malicious version. Once installed, the package executes malicious code that exfiltrates data from the victim's system. This stolen data can then be used for further attacks, such as identity theft or gaining unauthorized access to corporate networks. The risks posed by such attacks are significant, particularly for businesses that rely on Python for their software development. Stolen credentials can lead to data breaches, financial loss, and damage to the organization's reputation. To defend against these threats, it's crucial to verify the integrity of software packages before installation. Developers should download packages only from trusted sources and verify their authenticity using cryptographic signatures. Additionally, implementing endpoint protection and monitoring systems can help detect and respond to suspicious activities. In conclusion, today's stories underscore the importance of staying ahead of cyber threats by adopting robust security measures and staying informed about the latest attack vectors. By avoiding the use of vulnerable OTP methods, changing default passwords, and verifying software packages, businesses can significantly reduce their risk of falling victim to cyber attacks. Thank you for tuning into this episode of The Daily Threat. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and protect your digital assets. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for the latest updates and insights in cybersecurity.